Morning, Jax. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jax? You know what? Today I think I'm going to talk about how I started van life. So I'm going to kind of go over my van life setup. I basically, I got the van. I have a 2001 Ford E250. It's not extended, which is where I made my first mistake. Whatever, it's fine. It works. I love my van. My van's been just about all over the country. I originally bought it mainly for like work, and just like most people, why they buy a van. But I bought it. I wanted to have the ability to use my van for work and van life. My original plan, I never planned on living in the van full time. My original plan was to have a cargo van that I could use for, as a tool for work, working in the film industry. Sometimes I'm running around with equipment, whatever, I'll make a video about the exact story of how it all started, but to sum it up, I basically wanted to do a cross-country trip with my buddies, and I always liked the idea of doing something in a vehicle that we all split, that we just sleep in, something simple. So one day I finally bought the cargo van, and I threw two cots, literally two cots in the back of this van, and this thing was bare bone, man. I mean, just bare bone. There was no build, no insulation, nothing. It was just an empty cargo van. And I threw two cots, thinking, hey, why the hell not? Throw two cots in the back, and we'll drive around the country, me and my best friend, and we'll have a blast. Well, I decided just to look up on YouTube. Learn everything on YouTube these days. A van build. I just said, hey, let's just type it in, van build, just to get ideas. And I discovered van life. It just blew up my ideas, and I just fell in love with the whole idea. I saw some of these amazing builds that some of these people do inside these vans, and if you're watching this now, I'm sure you've seen them. There are some just unbelievable builds going on in some of these cargo vans and sprinter vans. So my van has come a long way. I am done building my van. I've spent a lot of time building it and upgrading it. This is actually the second build, and don't worry, I'll do a full van tour video real soon. This is the second build, and I'm done. I'm done building a van. I am enjoying this van now, and I'm actually possibly looking forward to a new van here, something I can stand up in. And if I do that, I'll be making video after video after video about the build and how it all goes and everything. But for now, I really just want to enjoy this van. I have a lot of effort invested into this van, and I've done all sorts of cool stuff already. I've gone to Florida twice. Twice? Yeah, twice. I've gone to Florida twice, from Chicago to St. Petersburg, Florida. The first time I went to Florida, we drove down. This is when I did the cot thing. Actually, I didn't do the cot thing. I ended up just building the bed. But I had my bed in the back the same way I have it now, but it was higher. And I had, I think, like, I don't know, this much space between the ceiling and my bed. So I would crawl up there, and then I had my two best friends sleep the other way, this way, like, underneath. And they hated it. But we did it. We did it for a few nights driving across the country, and it was great. No hotels, no nothing, And We drove down to Florida. We went across Florida to New Orleans, or to Orlando, and we saw the NASA, which was super fun. Then we made our way we were down in Florida for like 2 weeks. Then we made our way up through New Orleans, checked out New Orleans, went across Texas, through all that. We stayed in Texas at a KOA, or no, I'm sorry, truck stop. We just parked at a truck stop. Woke up nice and early because we wanted to get to, our destination was Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, where I got my aunt and they got their uncle that lives there. So we made our way all the way through to Phoenix, Arizona, spent a week, and then went north just a little bit to this wonderful town called Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. That was a kick-ass trip. Driving around the country like that with my best friends. Oh man, come on, you can't go wrong. So we travel a lot. You know, me and my best friend, we've gone to Los Angeles, rented a car, drove over to Vegas. We drove out to New York and then went down to Washington, D.C., and then down to North Carolina, Charlotte. We stopped at Charlotte, and then down to Florida. We stayed there for a month. We are big into traveling. I'm huge into traveling. I plan on doing all sorts of traveling, and I plan on taking this channel with me. So, yeah. I just came back from Quebec, and that's when I decided, oh man, I should start this YouTube channel. You know, why the hell not? Let's give it a shot and see where it goes. My next biggest destination right now, I want to go to Vancouver. I want to make my way out that way. Ideally, I'd like to go through, spend maybe a little time in Vancouver. I don't know, maybe we'll make our way up to Alaska. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, that's my quick, simple little story. I'll make a whole video exactly about the details of that trip that I did around the country, because there's all sorts of cool stuff I saw, all sorts of cool stuff we did. I've got all sorts of photos I can show you, but I can say one thing. Thank you, van life, because van life has definitely enabled me to travel more. You have no rent. You have no mortgage. Every penny you make, you're saving. You get to keep it. So I'm working my ass off, and I am going to travel as much as I can. And again, thank you, van life. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time. I think the next video, I'm going to introduce my girlfriend Sarah and how we manage living in the van together. She doesn't live with me full time. She goes back and forth between her grandma's place and the van with me. Yeah, I think the next one's going to be mainly about her.